Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, Chapter 1, Text number 15. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya Vasudeva parayana Agham dhunvanti kartsnena Niharam iva bhaskaraha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada I SB. Translation. Only a rare person who has adopted complete unalloyed devotional service to Krishna can uproot the weeds of sinful actions with no possibility that they will revive. He can do this simply by discharging devotional service, just as the sun can immediately dissipate fog by its rays. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the previous verse, Shukadeva Goswami gave the example that the dried leaves of creepers beneath a bamboo tree may be completely burned to ashes by a fire, although the creepers may sprout again because the root is still in the ground. Similarly, because the root of sinful desire is not destroyed in the heart of a person who is cultivating knowledge, but who has no taste for devotional service, there is a possibility that his sinful desires will reappear. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.4, Shreya Shrutim Bhakti Mudasyate Vibho Klishyanti Ye Kevala Bodha Labdhaye. Speculators who undergo great labor to gain a meticulous understanding of the material world by distinguishing between sinful and pious activities, but who are not situated in devotional service, are prone to material activities. They may fall down and become implicated in fruitive activities. If one becomes attached to devotional service, however, his desires for material enjoyment are automatically vanquished without separate endeavor. Bhakti pareshanubhavo viraktir anyatracha. If one is advanced in Krishna consciousness, material activities, both sinful and pious, automatically become distasteful to him. That is the test of Krishna consciousness. Both pious and impious activities are actually due to ignorance, because a living entity as an eternal servant of Krishna has no need to act for his personal sense gratification. Therefore, as soon as one is reclaimed to the platform of devotional service, he relinquishes his attachment for pious and impious activities and is interested only in what will satisfy Krishna. This process of bhakti, devotional service to Krishna, Vasudeva Parayana, relieves one from the reactions of all activities. Since Maharaj Parikshit was a great devotee, the answers of his guru Shukadeva Goswami concerning Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda could not satisfy him. Therefore, Shukadeva Goswami, knowing very well the heart of his disciple, explained the transcendental bliss of devotional service. The word kechit, which is used in this verse, means a few people but not all. Not everyone can become Krishna conscious. As Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita 7.3, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschinmam vetti tattvataha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Practically, no one understands Krishna as he is, for Krishna cannot be understood through pious activities or attainment of the most elevated speculative knowledge. Actually, the highest knowledge consists of understanding Krishna. Unintelligent men who do not understand Krishna are grossly puffed up, thinking that they are liberated or have themselves become Krishna or Narayana. This is ignorance. To indicate the purity of bhakti, devotional service, Srila Rupa Goswami says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma dhyanavritam anukulena krishnanu shilanam bhakti ruttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami further explains that bhakti is kleshagni shubhada, which means if one takes to devotional service, all kinds of unnecessary labor and material distress cease entirely and one achieves all good fortune. Bhakti is so powerful that it is also said to be moksha laghuta krit. In other words, it minimizes the importance of liberation. Non-devotees must undergo material hardships because they are prone to commit sinful fruitive activities. The desire to commit sinful actions continues in their hearts due to ignorance. These sinful actions are divided into three categories: Pataka, Mahapataka and Atipataka, and also into two divisions, Prarabdha and Aprarabdha. Prarabdha refers to sinful reactions from which one is suffering at the present, and Aprarabdha refers to sources of potential suffering. When the seeds, bija, of sinful reactions have not yet fructified, the reactions are called Aprarabdha. These seeds of sinful action are unseen, but they are unlimited, and no one can trace when they were first planted. Because of prarabdha, sinful reactions that have already fructified, one is seen to have taken birth in a low family or to be suffering from other miseries. When one takes to devotional service, however, all phases of sinful life, including prarabdha, aprarabdha and bija, are vanquished. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 14th chapter and text 19, Lord Krishna tells Uddhava, Yathagni susamriddarchi karotyedamsi bhasmasat tatha mad vishaya bhaktir uddhavai namsi kritsnashaha. My dear Uddhava, devotional service in relationship with me is like a blazing fire that can burn to ashes all the fuel of sinful activities supplied to it. How devotional service vanquishes the reactions of sinful life is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam 333.6 in a verse spoken during Lord Kapiladeva's instructions to his mother Devahuti. Devahuti said, Yannamadeya Shravananu Kirtanad Yat Prahvanad Yat Smaranad Api Kvachit Shvadopi Sadhyas Savanaya Kalpate Kutaf Punaste Bhagavannu Darshanat. My dear Lord, if even a person born in a family of dog-eaters hears and repeats the chanting of your glories, offers respects to you and remembers you, he is immediately greater than a Brahmana and is therefore to perform sacrifices. Therefore, what is to be said of one who has seen you directly? In the Padma Purana, there is a statement that persons whose hearts are always attached to the devotional service of Lord Vishnu are immediately released from all the reactions of sinful life. These reactions generally exist in four phases. Some of them are ready to produce results immediately, some are in the form of seeds, some are unmanifested, and some are current. All such reactions are immediately nullified by devotional service. When devotional service is present in one's heart, desires to perform sinful activities have no place there. Sinful life is due to ignorance, which means forgetfulness of one's constitutional position as an eternal servant of God. But when one is fully Krishna conscious, he realizes that he is God's eternal servant. In this regard, Srila Jiva Goswami comments that bhakti may be divided into two divisions. Santata, devotional service that continues incessantly with faith and love, and second, Kadachitki, devotional service that does not continue incessantly but is sometimes awakened. Incessantly flowing devotional service, Santata, may also be divided into two categories. First, service performed with slight attachment, and second, spontaneous devotional service. Intermittent devotional service, Kadachitki, may be divided into three categories. First, Raga Bhasamai, devotional service, which one is almost attached. Second, Raga Bhasa Shunya Swarupa Bhuta, devotional service in which there is no spontaneous love, but one likes the constitutional position of serving. And third, Abhasa Rupa, a slight glimpse of devotional service. As for atonement, if one has caught even a slight glimpse of devotional service, all needs to undergo prayashchitta, atonement, are superseded. Therefore, atonement is certainly unnecessary when one has achieved spontaneous love, and above that, attachment with love, which are signs of increasing advancement in Kadachitki. Even in the stage of Abhasa Rupa Bhakti, all the reactions of sinful life are uprooted and vanquished. Srila Jiva Goswami expresses the opinion that the word Kartsnena means that even if one has a desire to commit sinful actions, the roots of that desire are vanquished merely by Abhasa Rupa Bhakti. The example of Bhaskara, the sun, is most appropriate. The Abhasa feature of Bhakti is compared to twilight, and the accumulation of one's sinful activities is compared to fog. Since fog does not spread throughout the sky, the sun need do no more than merely manifest its first rays, and the fog immediately disappears. Similarly, if one has even a slight relationship with devotional service, all the fog of his sinful life is immediately vanquished. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, 1st Chapter, text number 15, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on June 28, 1975, in Denver, Colorado.
केचित् केवलया भक्त्या वासुदेव परायण अघं धुन्वन्ति कास्नेन निहार मिबभास्कर. Kechit means somebody very rarely. Somebody means very rarely. It is not so easy thing to become Vasudeva Parayana. Yesterday I explained that Bhagavan Krishna says that Jatutamapi siddhyanam kastit vetti mam tat manusyanam sahasresu kastit jatati siddha. Siddhi means perfection of life. Generally they take it Ashtasiddhi of yoga practice. Anima, Laghima, Mahima, Prapti, Siddhi, Isita, Vasita, Prakamya. So, these are called Siddhis. Yoga Siddhi. Yoga Siddhi means you can become smaller than the smallest. Our actually magnitude is very, very small. So by Yoga Siddhi, in spite of having this material body, one yogi can come to the smallest size and anywhere you keep him packed, he will come out. That is called Anima Siddhi. Similarly, there is Mahima Siddhi, Laghima Siddhi. He can become lighter than the swab of cotton. The yogis, they become so light, still there are yogis in India. Of course, in our childhood, we saw some yogi, he used to come to my father. So, he said that he could go anywhere within very few seconds. And sometimes they go early in the morning to Jagannath Puri, to Rameswaram, to Haridwar, and take their bathing in different Ganges water. That is called Laghima Siddhi. He become very light. He used to say that we are sitting with our Guru and just touching. We are sitting here, after a few seconds we see in a different place. This is called Laghima Siddhi. And so there are many Yoga Siddhis. People become very much puzzled by saying this Yoga Siddhi. But Krishna says, Jatutamapi siddhyana. Amongst many such siddhas who have got Yoga Siddhi, Jatutamapi siddhyana kaschid vetti mam tattva. Somebody may understand. So one may achieve some Yoga Siddhis, still it is not possible to understand Krishna. That is not possible. Krishna can be understood only such person who has dedicated everything to Krishna. Therefore Krishna wants that, demands, sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam saranam. Krishna is only understandable by his pure devotee, not anyone else. Tathapi te deva padambujaddam prasadaleshanugrihita eva hi janati tattam nachanai kopi chirang vichinna. Those who are favored by the causeless mercy of Krishna, they can understand Krishna. Others, nachanai kopi chirang vichinna. Chirang means for long time, for many years. If they speculate only what is God or what is Krishna, that process will not help us. There are many Vedic versions like that. Athasya Krishna namadi na bhavid grahiham indriyai sevan mukhehi jivhado sami vaspurattada. Krishna, his name, his fame, his attributes, his activities, Sri Krishna namadi na bhavid. Namadi means beginning from the holy name. So if we keep ourselves on the material platform, then for 1,000 years we may chant. It will be difficult. That is called Namapara. Of course, holy name is so powerful that even by chanting with offense, gradually he becomes pure. Therefore we should not give up chanting. Any circumstances, we should go on chanting Hare Krishna. But the warning is that if we keep us on the material platform, then it will be not possible to understand Krishna, his holy name, his attribute, his form, his activities. It will not possible. So, the process is bhakti. And when you come to the platform of understanding Krishna, then immediately you become fit for being transferred to the spiritual world. That is Krishna said also in the Bhagavad Gita, Tattadehang punarjanma naiti mami. So, then, first of all, people do not understand what is the aim of life. They do not care at the present moment. They have no distinction what is sinful life or what is pious life. But we may, what is called, not believe in these things. But things are there like that. Just like if you infect some disease, it will come out. You believe or not believe, it doesn't matter. Here our doctors have, he knows that if you have infected some disease, it will come out. So, we are infecting so many infectious qualities. There are 3 qualities, Sadagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. And according to our infection, we have to accept a different type of body. Karmana daiva netrena. Every one of us, we are working under the modes of material nature, and according to our association, we'll have to accept a certain type of body. Tatha dehantara prapti. Unfortunately, there is no science, there is no college, there is no university to learn this science of nature, how things are going on. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa. Prakriti is doing there. So, we are in this material world on account of this infectious condition. This is our problem. And we have to die. That's a fact. If you say that I don't believe in death, that is not excuse. Death must be there, you must die. So in this way our life is going on. So in the human form of life, we can rectify this. This is the process of Krishna consciousness, that if we rectify our constant association with different material modes of nature, and as a result of this association, we are accepting one body and again dying, and again accepting another body, again dying. This business will be stopped. Jadgatyana nivattanti tadhamam paramam. Somehow or other, if you become fit to go back to home, back to Godhead, Jadgatya, then you will have got to come back again. But they do not understand that this material conditional life is always miserable. They have accepted it is very nice. Animals, just like in the slaughterhouse, livestock go down. There are so many animals, and they are going to be slaughtered. Everyone knows. They also know, the animals. But on account of their animal quality, they cannot do anything. Similarly, we are also put into the slaughterhouse of this material world. It is called Mrityulok. Everyone knows that he will be slaughtered. Today, tomorrow, or 50 years after, or 100 years after, everyone knows that he will be slaughtered. He will die. Death means slaughter. Nobody wants to die. The animal also do not like to die. But they are forcibly killed. This is called slaughter. Similarly, who wants to die? Nobody wants to die. But by nature's law, he has to be killed. That is slaughterhouse. The whole material world is slaughterhouse. We have to realize that. And it is called Mrityuloka. This is the problem. But they do not take it very seriously. Like animal. The animal, he does not take very seriously. And even if he knows, he cannot take any step. So our position is like that. Mrityu samsara sagara. Tisham aham anukampartham aham bhakkayana jantama. Tisham aham samuddhatya. Mrityu samsara sagara. So we should understand our position. Nobody wants to die, but he is slaughtered. Again, he is given another chance, another body. Again he is slaughtered. This is the laws of nature. Going on. Devidhesha gunamayi mama maya duruttaya. We should seriously understand this. How to stop this slaughtering process of material nature. That is intelligence. Otherwise, to become happy like cats and dogs, oh, I am very nicely eating, jumping, I don't care for being slaughtered, that is not very good intelligence. Intelligence is how to stop this slaughtering process of nature. That is being discussed. So, anyone can get out of this slaughtering process by devotional service. That is stated here. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya. Kechit, that is not very common. Very rarely one comes to Krishna consciousness. Kechit kevalaya bhakta. Simply by devotional service, one can get out of this dangerous condition of being slaughtered. Kechit kevalaya bhakta. And who are they? Vasudeva Parayana, devotees of Krishna. Krishna's name is Vasudeva. His son of Vasudeva, therefore his name is Vasudeva. So Vasudeva Parayana. Parayana means our ultimate goal is Vasudeva. Nothing. They are called Vasudeva. Vasudeva Parayana agham dhunlanti. Agham means the material contamination. We are always associating with material contamination. So, if we become Vasudeva Parayana, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Sa Mahatma Sudullava, the same thing. Here it says Kechit, but very rarely. And Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Sa Mahatma Sudullava. Sudullava, very rare. So, this Krishna consciousness movement, although it is very rare, we are trying to deliver Krishna and love of Krishna. So, this is the topmost welfare activities to the human society, because it is very difficult to understand Krishna, and we, under certain process, we are delivering Krishna and it is being effective. The process is so nice. Even the Europeans and Americans, they did not know what is Krishna 5-6 years ago. But they are now very serious. Even one priest in Boston, he was astonished that these boys, Christian boys or the Jewish boys, they are our men, and they did not get to know what is God, what is. Now they are after God, they are mad. How it is? There are many practical proof that in our many temples, Los Angeles temple, it was sold by the church because nobody was coming. Nobody was coming. We have many churches purchased in that way. Now you will see in Los Angeles, it is always packed up. So we did not bring all these men from India. The men, the local men, and the church is the same church. Why they are coming? Why they are taking interest? So, this is the effect of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. He is personally being merciful. He is distributing. He Krishna himself. Therefore, so quickly. So if we keep ourselves in the right way of executing Krishna consciousness, then it will be possible, even in this very life, we shall be perfect. Perfection means taktadeham punarjanma naiti mameti. This body, this material body, we have to give up. Everyone knows. But those who are not becoming perfect, they will have to come back again to accept another body. But those who are developed in Krishna consciousness, this is the final giving up material body. Go back to home, back to God. This is Krishna consciousness movement. And try to execute it very carefully, lovingly, then your life is successful. Tattadeham punarjanmo naiti mam. So one who becomes fit for going to the spiritual world, Krishna Loka, Vaikuntha Loka, where is the question of his sinful reaction? Agham sannanti. No sinful man can go back to home, back to God. So if one is actually somehow or other becomes fit for going back to home, that means automatically his sinful reaction of life. One may question how it is when if a man is sinful for many lives, how simply by becoming Krishna conscious, he becomes free from the reaction. Yes, Krishna says, you haven't got to take proof from anyone else. Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam vaja aham tva sarva papi bhavamokkhaisami. Krishna says, I shall give you release from all sinful action which you have committed for many births. Krishna says, aham tva sarva papi bhavamokkhaisami. Masucha. There is no question of worrying about it. So I have committed. But the thing is, that after surrendering to Krishna, don't commit anymore sinful life. Then you are done. Whatever you have done is done. It is done. But after surrendering, if you think it is a good business, I have surrendered. No, that is not surrender. The surrender is that Sarvadharman Parittaja. He has no other business. That is surrender. You cannot become a devotee of Krishna and engage in sinful activities. Then it is not surrender. You want to do your business on the strength of Krishna's blessing. No, that is not allowed. Therefore Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parittaja. All kinds of activities, occupational duty, you should give up, simply be engaged in Krishna's service. Krishna's service, that's like Arjuna. Arjuna, in the beginning, he was hesitating to be engaged in Krishna's service. Krishna wanted him to fight, to take part in the fight, but he was hesitating. But when he was instructed, Bhagavad Gita, he understood, he decided, yes, Karishye Vatanam, I shall fight. This is Krishna consciousness. We have got many programs according to our mental concoction. That will not help us. If we simply act as Krishna desires, then our life is good. Anukullena Krishnanu Bhakti Uttama. This is Bhakti. Bhakti means Anukullena Krishnanu. You have to cultivate Krishna consciousness as it pleases Krishna, not whimsical. Anukullena. Just like Arjuna got order directly from Krishna. One may argue, where is Krishna? No, you have got Krishna's representative, Guru. Jasya prasadada bhagavat prasad. The representative is there. If you act according to his instruction, if you want to please him, then Krishna is pleased. Just like in office, the managing director or the proprietor is not in contact. Of course, Krishna is in contact with everyone. Ishvara sarva bhutanam with this. But even taking this crude example, still the office superintendent, if he recommends somebody, some class, that this man is working very nice. That is accepted by the director. There is no difficulty. Therefore, Jasya prasadad bhagavat prasad. If you want to please Krishna, you please Krishna's impression. Sri Guru Charanai Rati, Seisha Uttam Advoti. You are singing daily. So, Krishna is not absent. Krishna is already within you. But he manifests himself as Guru. Prakash. This is stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So things are very easily performed if we follow the system of the Krishna consciousness movement. And we must. It is not that optional. If you make it optional, you will suffer. That is the basic. Krishna also says, Mameva prapaddante mayame. You have to surrender to Krishna or become Krishna. Otherwise, you suffer by this material energy that you cannot avoid. So, every one of us, at least those who have taken Krishna consciousness as their life and soul, they should execute devotional service very sincerely, then their success is assured. Thank you very much.